Hello there, welcome to David's Investment Analysis channel. Today I'm very excited to be talking about a business that is very unique and one of a kind. It is a dream for many and can become reality in the near future. I remember when I was young, I was very fascinated with the space, the galaxy, the universe, and remember all the planets from our solar system. And now, there's the opportunity to fly into space. And the company that's allowing this to happen is Virgin Galactic, the first and only publicly traded company to date that offers commercial human spaceflight. And for those that didn't know, Virgin Galactic also went public through a reverse merger with a special purpose acquisition company. In the next bit, I'll be discussing about Virgin Galactic, about their business, what they do, and how they earn income. Then I will look at the qualitative aspects of the business and follow with a quantitative analysis looking at the financials and valuation. Then I'll conclude on whether I think the stock is a buy at its current price and whether I own any shares of the business myself. I've spent a lot of time preparing for these videos, so I really appreciate if you could like and share my video. And if you do not want to miss out on any future videos, please do subscribe and click the bell notification. And if you have any companies you would like me to cover in the future, please do leave in the comments below. Now let's get to it. Virgin Galactic is an integrated aerospace company. It develops human spaceflight for private individuals and researchers. It also manufactures air and space vehicles. The company's spaceship operations include commercial human spaceflight, flying commercial research, and development payloads into space. In addition, it designs, develops, and manufactures ground and flight testing systems, as well as provides post-flight maintenance services for spaceflight vehicles. Virgin Galactic was founded in 2004 and is currently based in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and in what is known as Spaceport America. Virgin Galactic operates the reusable Spaceship 2 spaceflight system, consisting of White Knight 2, a custom-built courier aircraft, and Spaceship 2, the world's first passenger-carrying spaceship to be built by a private company and operated in commercial service. The White Knight 2 is a custom-built 4-engine, dual-fuselage jet aircraft, designed to carry Spaceship 2 up to an altitude of 50,000 feet. The concept of air-launching space vehicles is not new, but is ideally suited to commercial spaceflight for reasons of safety, passenger experience, and energy efficiency. And the Spaceship 2 is a reusable winged spacecraft designed to carry 8 people, including 2 pilots, into space safely and with high frequency. Now let's look into some of the qualitative factors, and we'll first look at the management team. The founder of Virgin Galactic is Richard Branson. He's a business magnate, investor, author, and entrepreneur. He founded Virgin Group in the 1970s, which controls more than 400 companies in various industries. Branson's first business venture started at the age of 16 with a magazine called Student. In 1970, he set up a mail-order record business. He opened a chain of record stores, Virgin Records, later known as Virgin Megastores, in 1972. Branson's Virgin brand grew rapidly during the 1980s as he started Virgin Atlantic Airline and expanded the Virgin Records music label. And in 2004, he founded Virgin Galactic. Next, we have the Chief Space Officer, the previous CEO, George Whiteside. He served as the first CEO of Virgin Galactic between 2010 and July 2020. During the past decade, he has built the company from 30 people to a workforce of over 900 people today. And he successfully led the transition of the organization from a private entity to its position today as a publicly traded human spaceflight company listed on the New York Stock Exchange since October 2019. Prior to Virgin Galactic, George served as the Chief of Staff of NASA. Upon departure from the American Space Agency, he received the Distinguished Service Medal, the highest award the agency confers. George earned a master's degree in Geographic Information Systems and Remote Sensing from University of Cambridge, and a Fulbright scholarship to Tennessee. George is also a licensed private pilot and certified parabolic flight coach. The transition and new CEO was announced on July 15, 2020, which is a few days ago, and will be effective July 20, 2020. And now the new CEO of Virgin Galactic is Michael Cogliazzi. Prior to this role, he was the president and managing director of Disney Parks International, where he was responsible for operations, strategy, and commercial and experimental development of Disney's international parks and resorts. He will bring to Virgin Galactic over 3 decades of experience in developing and growing consumer-oriented multi-billion-dollar business strategically, commercially, and operationally. Michael earned a Bachelor's of Science degree from Stanford University and an MBA from Harvard Business School. The management team appears to be strong and are well experienced. It would be very interesting to see the leadership under Michael and where he would bring Virgin Galactic. And it appears that this may be a good move as Virgin Galactic prepares for commercial service. And the stock price responded favorably and jumped almost 30% in 2 days after the announcement was made. Looking at the first industry report by Market US, it is suggested that the global space tourism market is projected to reach $1.6 billion by 2028, growing at a compound annual growth rate of 13.7%. The growth is mainly driven by robust technological transformation in the space of space travel, including the development of maximum superior rockets and spacecraft, allowing space tourists to travel into space. Also increasing research and development investments by several governments and non-government players towards development of space exploration programs in major countries will also fuel the growth. Based on another market research by Fear Markets, it suggests that the space tourism market is expected to grow to $1.2 billion by 2024, registering a compound annual growth rate of 16.6% between 2019 and 2024. And that growth is driven by the decrease in cost of space tourism because of technological advancements. And this one by Roberts Intellect suggests that global space tourism is expected to grow to $1.4 billion by 2025, registering a compound annual growth rate of 15.6% between 2020 and 2025. Factors driving that growth include manufacturing activity, risk of the market, acquisitions, new trends, assessment of new technologies, and their implementations. As you can see through these three reports, it's expected that the compound annual growth rate is between 13.7% and 16.6% over the next 5 to 8 years, and Virgin Galactic will stand to benefit from this growth. Let's look at some of the interesting facts about Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic has one-of-a-kind platform, established through 15 years of research and development with over $1 billion of investment to date. They have proven system, technology, and equipment to achieve their goals of flying individuals to space. Virgin Galactic prioritizes safety and have technology that has been designed and tested for safety. Management believes that they are able to reduce the cost of tickets to fly to space, and the total addressable market could grow as they become more affordable to more individuals. Over time, management expects to have the ability to leverage technological advances to reduce costs and allow lower ticket prices. These are the initial number reservation prices, with the majority of them in $200,000 to $250,000, and it offers a 4-day experience outlined here. The experience will include a tour of the spaceport, flight suit fitting, spaceflight training and rehearsal, and a trip to space on the final day. Let's look at the prospects as of April 29, 2020, provided in their most recent quarterly earnings report. As of April 29, 2020, there are 9,160 interested prospects in flying to space. And in the end of February 2020, Virgin Galactic launched a One Small Step initiative, where the prospective customers can secure their place at the front of the line for a future ticket reservation when ticket sales reopen, by depositing a refundable amount of $1,000. And within 2 months, there are more than 400 deposits that can lead to potential over $100 million in revenue. And currently, there are around 600 customers also referred to as future astronauts that have made over $80 million in deposits for the 4-day experience as discussed previously. Also, in the most recent quarterly earnings report, they provided some updates on FAA approval process and now have cleared 24 of the 29 verification and validation requirements, and they are getting closer and closer to have the ability to conduct spaceflight missions. While they are getting approval to go into space, they have been testing their aircraft. Noted that they have successfully completed glide flight of VSS Unity from Spaceport America in New Mexico, and will remain focused on completing the test flight program. Virgin Galactic recently signed the Space Act agreement to partner with NASA to facilitate development of high-speed technologies. This agreement leverages Virgin Galactic's robust platform, advanced technologies, and first-mover advantage. Let's look at some of the news that propelled the stock since their last quarterly earnings report. On June 22, 2020, the stock went up 16% due to an agreement with NASA to develop private trips to the International Space Station. Virgin Galactic will identify candidates interested in buying trips to the International Space Station while also arranging transportation and other resources. The agreement opens doors to a wider range of opportunities for Virgin Galactic beyond its core focus, including scientific and commercial space expeditions, said Morgan Stanley analyst Adam Jonas. And a few days after, Virgin Galactic came out with more positive news, that they completed successfully their second glide flights of its spaceship over Spaceport America in southern New Mexico. The share price jumped 6% after hours. Unlike the first glide test in early May as discussed earlier, the pilots flew at a higher speeds to help evaluate the ship's systems and performance in preparation for the next stage of testing, and that will be involved with rocket-powered flights. And just a few days ago, as discussed earlier, Virgin Galactic appointed Michael Colglazier as its new CEO. bringing with him over 30 years of experience in developing and growing consumer-oriented multi-billion-dollar business strategically, commercially, and operationally. The stock price went up close to 30% in 2 days following this announcement. Let's look at some of the risks. The global health issue, if it continues, may adversely affect the business operations and financial results as a result of the inability to complete development of spaceflight systems and delay in spaceflight testing programs. Virgin Galactic has incurred significant losses since inception and expect to continue to incur losses into the future and may not be able to maintain profitability. There is limited revenue today and profitability depends heavily on spaceflights. This may lower investor confidence in the company. Virgin Galactic business is subject to a wide variety of extensive and evolving government laws and regulations. Failure to comply with such laws and regulations could have material adverse effect on the business, and there are still several hurdles to get through to be able to start commercialization. Now let's look at some of the quantitative analysis. Looking at the most recent quarterly results for the first quarter ended March 31st, 2020, here is a summary of the Q1 financial highlights. Virgin Galactic has strong cash position with cash and cash equivalents of $419 million with minimal debt as of March 31st, 2020. Using the cash burn rate in Q1 2020, assuming no issuance of debt or equity, it should last the company at least another 6 quarters to 2021. During their first quarter, Virgin Galactic generated revenue of $238,000 by providing engineering services. It had net loss of $60 million, narrowed from a $73 million net loss in fourth quarter of 2019. GAAP selling, general, and administrative expense of $27 million compared to $37 million in the fourth quarter of 2019. GAAP research and development expenses of $34 million compared to $37 million in the fourth quarter of 2019. Adjusted EBITDA total loss of $53 million compared to a loss of $55 million in the fourth quarter of 2019. Cash paid for capital expenditures totals $4 million compared to $6 million in the fourth quarter of 2019. Completed and redemption of all outstanding public warrants on a cashless basis on April 13, 2020 in accordance with the warrant agreement. All public warrants and units ceased to be trading at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on April 13, 2020. So this suggests that there wouldn't be any dilution of shares in the future because of the warrants. These are the projections that were made about a year ago during the reverse merger transaction. The company expects to make $31 million in 2020, $210 million in 2021, $398 million in 2022, and $590 million in 2023. These are pretty impressive numbers if Virgin Galactic can achieve these. As of Q1 2020, there's only $278,000 of service revenue, so it appears that they are behind on the projections. Also, per analyst expectation, they expect revenues of $2.5 million in 2020 and $108 million in 2022. Let's look at the valuation. The only true competitor with Virgin Galactic is Blue Origin. However, this is a private company. Others developing competitive products within the aerospace industry include SpaceX, that is private, and Boeing, that's publicly traded, but not exactly in the same industry. For comparisons, I've included Boeing and other fast-growing companies. The market cap of Shopify is $111 billion. Nikola is $17.6 billion. Amazon is $1.5 trillion. Boeing is $99 billion. And Virgin Galactic is $5 billion, smallest amongst the group. We'll ignore the earnings ratio because the majority of these do not have positive earnings currently. Looking at a price-to-sales ratio, Virgin Galactic appears to be expensive compared to the group, except with the price to estimated 2022 sales, which is slightly cheaper than Shopify. Looking at the price-to-sales ratio, Amazon and Boeing appears to have the cheapest valuation, but please note that they have the slowest expected growth amongst the group. From a cash perspective, Virgin Galactic has $419 million, which is approximately 8% of market cap, and should be sufficient for the company until third quarter of next year. Looking at analyst recommendations, 2 suggest it is a buy, 1 suggests it is a hold, with an average rating of a buy. The price target is between $22 and $29, with an average of $25. The price of the shares currently sits at $24.05. And most recently, July 13, 2020, a couple of days before the announcement of the change in management, Alembic analysts initiated coverage and recommended a buy with a price target of $23. That's pretty interesting because it literally reached the target within a week. Conclusion. In my opinion, at today's price of $24.05, I think it is a speculative buy because of the following reasons. Strong management team led by Michael Colglazier and George Whitesides with the support of founder Richard Branson, an established billionaire entrepreneur. The stock jumped close to 30% within 2 days after the change in management was announced. Virgin Galactic is in the space tourism industry and is expected to grow 14 to 70% annually for the next several years, so the opportunity would be there for Virgin Galactic to grow. Virgin Galactic has amazing projections and is set to grow faster than the industry, suggesting that it will take market share from the other competitors. Virgin Galactic has over 9,160 prospects, with over 400 prospects deposited to secure a place at the front of the line for future ticket sales, and around 600 future astronauts that have reserved tickets and have 80 million in deposits. Virgin Galactic is closer to commercialization, with the FAA approval process nearing a completion and having completed several test flights. Virgin Galactic has a signed agreement to work with NASA to develop private trips to International Space Station, suggests the ability for Virgin Galactic to offer a wide range of product and service offerings. And here are some of my concerns. The global health issue, if it continues, may adversely affect the business operations and financial results as a result of the inability to complete development of spaceflight systems and delay in spaceflight testing programs. The growth potential does look very promising, but remind you that the company currently have minimal sales and the projections are only estimates and can be very different from reality. Virgin Galactic has incurred significant losses since inception and expect to continue to incur losses into the future and may not be able to maintain profitability. There's limited revenue to date and the profitability depends heavily on space flights. This may lower investor confidence in the company. Virgin Galactic business is subject to a wide variety of extensive evolving government laws and regulations. Failure to comply with such laws and regulations could have a material adverse effect on the business, and they still have several hurdles to get through to be able to start commercialization. The valuation appears to be slightly expensive compared to other fast-growing companies. Disclosure: I currently do not own any shares of Virgin Galactic, but I do intend on buying some shares in the near future, but I'm hoping to get in at a lower price from here. Congratulations to those who were able to get in at a good price. I think this is an amazing company in the right industry with the right resources to succeed. And if they could execute on their plans, the stock can go up significantly. That's it for now. I spent a lot of time preparing for these videos, so I really appreciate if you could like and share my video. And if you do not want to miss out on any future videos, please do subscribe and click the bell notification. Thank you for watching. Until then, see you next time.